I know the exact date.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
What are you seeing on Facebook?
I'm not seeing today's Peep Show. If
All right.
you go to the featured one, it's yesterday's live stream.
Jedi! There he is. Are we peep showing?
You know what? Funny thing happened this morning. I got caught up in all the blog pages, and I just looked, and I was like, the stream light's not on. And I just click on stream right now, so it should be up right now.
Okay, so people can watch us now on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem, man. We're good to go. Thank you, whoever sent it in. Corey.
Yeah,
He's like,
we're on. We're on now.
Corey's looking around for us. We're here. Didn't have that problem, Tessa, in 2004. Nobody could see us.
Right.
Nobody could see us. But as the sands roll through the technology hourglass, so do the days of our lives. First fun fact today, and listen, I know I'm a chimpanzee, maybe even an orangutan. Humans spend about 35 minutes a day chewing. Okay, so go ahead, you can react to that.
It's fun.
Chimpanzees chew for about 4.5 hours a day. I might be an orangutan. They chew for about 6.6 hours a day.
Yum.
I'm just sitting around like a cow chewing cud.
Snacking.
All the alien drool in the movie Aliens. KY jelly.
Ah.
You know what? It's very obviously KY jelly when you see the alien mouth and it's dripping on, what is it, Ridley? It's KY jelly. There you go. At least, everybody's all lubed up over there on the set. According to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, unless it's a foot-long wiener, it's bad etiquette to eat a hot dog in more than 5 bites. I can't wait for our first listener to eat a hot dog and tell me how many bites it took him.
I want to savor it.
5 bites does sound about average for a hot dog.
Yeah.
I mean, think about just like a dog at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Are you taking more than 5 bites of it?
You shouldn't.
No.
You really shouldn't be.
I don't think so,
No,
right?
I agree.
Foot-long wieners, 7 bites are acceptable.
Jeez.
We got you covered. Okay, what you giving away?
I have a pair of tickets to see Nickelback live on their Get Rollin' World Tour going down at Woodlands July 23rd. Tickets go on sale to the show Friday at 10 a.m. Ticketmaster.com.
All right. Chili's a little out of sorts today. Is Hal coming up? What'd you do? Did you take him out last night?
I did not. I didn't even speak.
I don't believe it.
Did you guys go out like canoeing around town or something?
No.
All right.
We were in.
Here's your fun fact flashback. He's going to try to get Hal. We learned a couple of things yesterday. Denny's isn't named after anyone.
Right.
And Denny's actually started out as a donut shop called what in Lakewood, California? 713-212-5945. If you know the flashback, it's for Nickelback tickets. Flashback for Nickelback. That's easy. All right, there's our guy. We got him. Hey, Hal.
Hey, Brother Rod.
Did you fare okay during the storm?
Well, we had a tree down at the end of the street. I guess it was pretty crazy around here.
Yeah, wild yesterday. Well, good to have you on, brother. How'd we do on Wall Street yesterday?
A mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow was up 104 points. Kickoff this morning at 33,733. NASDAQ down 30 points to 11,334. Benchmark 10-year Treasury set at 3.49%, and oil stands at $80.44 a barrel. To the most active, the big studs, Travelers, Verizon, and Caterpillar. The big duds, 3M, Walgreens, and Merck. The economic calendar this morning is all clear right now. Futures not looking good. They're on the downside. Come on, let's turn this baby around. That's it. I'm out here. This is Hal Lynn, Managing Director with Raymond James, reporting for the Rod Ryan Show. From Raymond James on San Felipe and Augusta. And don't forget to always rock out with your stock out.
All right, Kings, keep the emails coming into me, man. You got any questions at all about Centergenics, endmylowt.com, testosterone, low numbers? Email me, man. I'll tell you everything that I know, and then, of course, I will direct you over to the pros. Testosterone levels, they start to decline in your 30s, okay? If you're dealing with lack of energy, motivation, libido down, this year, do something about it. Testosterone replacement therapy at Centergenics. I've been going to these guys for over a year now. They exclusively specialize in testosterone treatments. Endmylowt.com. Go get your numbers, man. It's easy. Endmylowt.com.
The accident on I-45 southbound approaching Shepherd has cleared. There's still some stop-and-go traffic from Aldine Bender. There's also an accident on 90 going eastbound approaching South Loop West Access Road. It's stop-and-go traffic from North Holmes and a 10-minute delay. That's your Rec Check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Welcome back, Rod Ryan Show. Appreciate you being a part of Homeroom. Jeff up early this morning. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Brother Rod.
Fun fact flashback today. We're talking about Denny's. Now, Denny's, there isn't a Denny's that the franchise was named after. It did start out as a donut shop called this.
Danny's.
Danny's Donuts. You're right. It was Danny's Donuts in Lakewood, California. They picked Danny because it started with a D, but there was a big Coffee Dan or something that they wanted to switch to Denny's. So, yeah, there's no Denny, though.
Now we have it. Yeah, there's no
Congratulations.
Mr. Denny.
Man, that is so cool.
You win, dude. Congratulations. It's so cool because you won an awesome prize. What are you giving them?
The tickets to see Nickelback Get Rollin' World Tour going down at Woodlands July 23rd. Congrats.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, bro, thank you. I appreciate you being up so early with us and joining us in Homeroom. We're going to talk more about what happened yesterday that's going to dominate Houston's headlines today. I'll say this, the rain is going to taper off for a couple of days, and everyone that's cleaning up is going to need that. Only a 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, but still cold outside, man. The high today will be 55. Tessa with Houston's headlines.
Yeah, Rod, cleanup begins for a lot of people today. Classes are also canceled in Pasadena ISD, Deer Park ISD. This is all following that severe weather from yesterday. So the National Weather Service did confirm a tornado touchdown in Pasadena just before 3 p.m. and then headed for Baytown. The storm prompted the first tornado emergency warning ever issued in the Houston area. Most of the storm damage was in Pasadena, where vehicles and buildings were damaged, trees were blown down. One non-life-threatening injury was reported, but as you mentioned, the cleanup has to happen today because of all the destruction. A lot of people lost power. A lot of people still perhaps without power today, being restored.
Yeah, they said that's around 20,000 people without power, but over 200,000 people restored. So Center Point, everyone working on that, man, they are kicking ass. They're doing a great job out there. The thing that I wanted to mention, which was me, is not having none of us seem, even the weather people on TV, they don't seem to have a lot of experience with this. We don't normally experience a lot of tornadoes.
Yeah, it's not Kansas. We don't know.
It's unbelievable to me that a house could be wiped out, it go over a house, virtually no damage at all, and then it could hit a house next door.
Completely unpredictable.
Unbelievable how they kind of touch down and bounce around a little bit. Now, you can see a clear path, and when you look at what happened in Pasadena and Deer Park, but I can't even imagine losing everything, and so many of you have. And best of luck to everybody out there on the cleanup. And again, I said it out there. It's just like in times like this, we know Houston, we do have some experience with really chipping in and helping others and helping our own. And great people come out, but then also, bad people come out. And I wish everybody a good experience with contractors and everything else right now.
Yeah, but if you're a scammer, there's a place in hell reserved for you right now.
The hottest seat in hell is reserved for those people.
Okay, let's lighten some stuff up. Do you want to hear about robot bartender? Should it get a tip, or do you want to hear about chili cheese beer?
I mean,
a little bit of both, maybe?
They're both on Links and Guest. Pick one and go with it.
Okay, well, a TikToker shared a video of a robot bartender making his cocktail, and on the touchscreen where he's paying for it, there's a 10% service charge. He says, I wouldn't mind an automatic 10% tip for making my drink, but you're a robot, dude. Like, I don't think I should have to tip you.
Yeah, if you're getting rid of employees to put robots in there, I'm not tipping the robot employees.
Yeah.
But it was
That's how the robots take over.
But the situation like you were in, Alex, you said that you were flipped over your little iPad somewhere, and there was no option for zero tip.
Yeah, I had to tip 1 cent or whatever it was.
Yeah, so
whatever the very minimum thing I could do was.
So this person is experiencing a robot making their drink, and then it's a 10% service fee. That's a tip. That's a tip. You want me to pay for the technology?
So you don't have to like
so
pay
you don't have
employees.
to pay a human?
I don't even like robots. Why would I ever pay one?
That's why I try to always refuse self-checkout at the grocery store. I'm like, you guys can do that. I'm not getting paid for this.
You know what? I will avoid that at all costs. The self-checkout as well. That has its own blog page, and I can't believe I'm about to say I agree with the TikToker. I do.
Nice. The Madonna biopic with Julia Garner is no longer happening. I know. It was going to be directed by Madonna. It's no longer happening at Universal. Julia Garner from Ozark was supposedly the frontrunner to star as this princess of pop, the queen of pop. No official word on why it's not happening, but last week Madonna did announce her 40th anniversary world tour. A source said the tour is her sole focus right now, but she does want to make a film about her life one day. So I guess we're just going to shelf this little thing that I was actually very excited about.
There's more to this story, why it's not happening. I don't know what that is, but you don't go as far as you went in casting and then pull the plug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I don't know. And then I think that her announcement of the tour is to diffuse that situation.
Maybe. I do have, speaking of tour and performers, country music will be represented at the Super Bowl on February 12th. That voice, it just melts me. Chris Stapleton was asked to perform the national anthem. The game starts on Fox at 7:30, so tune in, 5:30, so tune in a little early so you don't miss it. I'm going to be plugged in to hear this man sing the national anthem.
He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. And he's playing rodeo too, right?
Yeah, I believe he will be at the rodeo. Also, they're going to have Babyface singing America the Beautiful. Cheryl Lee Rowell from Abbott Elementary, she's going to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing. So we have all the Super Bowl info on the music blog page. Those are Houston's headlines.
Take it, Alex.
The Rockets are back in action tonight. They're going to host the Wizards over at the Toyota Center. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock, and you can listen to that game on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. In college basketball, third-ranked U of H plays Central Florida on the road tonight. The Cougs are trying to bounce back from that loss to Temple over the weekend. That's going to start at 6 o'clock, and you can watch it on ESPN+. And be sure to check out the sports blog page today. The Australian Open is going on in tennis right now.
Love it.
And a tennis player almost decapitated a ball boy, was frustrated that he didn't get a point, slams the tennis ball, didn't look where he was. The ball boy was like within an inch of just getting it right to the face. It's like they're like kids that do that. So like you almost just took out a kid because you weren't paying attention.
How many times has Emma been missed by inches
A TV, a remote.
from a bowl of blue cheese or wings
A laptop.
flying by her during
am
a
aware of
Giants
my
game?
surroundings.
I don't know
Always
about that.
aware of my surroundings.
I've seen your blind rage.
Always aware of my surroundings, especially when she is there. Go check out the sports blog page today.
An accident is blocking two right lanes. US 90 alt eastbound approaching South Loop West Access Road. It's stopping traffic from South Post Oak at about a 10-minute delay. There's also an accident on the northwest side blocking a left lane 290 eastbound at Jones Road. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
94.5 The Buzz, red jumpsuit apparatus, face down. Well, welcome to the 7 spot. If you're carrying over from homeroom, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, well, listen, this is one of those days when you wake up as I'm watching everything, and I'm watching it rain at my house, and I'm watching, nothing compared to what's going on in Pasadena and Deer Park, but, standing water. I was out there driving around in the rain. It was very, very dangerous. I'm driving around on I-10 at about 1:45, trying to make my 2 o'clock appointment.
You're wild for that. You're really wild for that.
It just clearly states, they would like you to cancel within 24 hours. And listen, I know they're cool over there, but I'm still going to physical therapy twice a week for my leg. And I get in the car and it's raining, and then the sky opens up, and I-10, you cannot see. You just absolutely cannot see. And even though I'm in a truck, it doesn't make you feel that much better. And I get to my physical therapy appointment right at 2, and I just turned around. I said, guys, sorry to cancel on you, but I don't want to get stuck here on the west side.
Even going in, I just would have called him from the parking lot. I'd have been like, hey, I'm outside, but I'm actually not going in.
But you can prove that you were there.
I needed to show I was there. So I park. So I go right there on the corner of Gessner and I-10. I guess it's now the Rockets facility. It used to be the Iron Man facility. And just me parking, getting out of my car and jumping into underneath the roof. It's 5 steps. Soaked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, getting out of my car.
That's what
boom,
I'm saying.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying.
Soaked. So I go in there, walk in there like a wet rat. I'm like, listen, guys, it's so bad out there. I said, I'm worried about getting stuck out here on the west side. I said, I'm gonna turn around and go back. So I got back in the mess, and then it started to lighten up a little bit. But the first tornado warning yesterday came in at around 1:45. That's about the time I was on the road going the opposite direction. But things got a little wild in Pasadena and Deer Park. So what I was saying is, I know what's going on yesterday. I'm like, what are we going to do tomorrow? Don't know yet. I don't really know. This is one of those shows where, okay, let's do homeroom. Let's knock out everything in homeroom. I had some things planned. I'm like, let's back off on that. And just, you kind of got to get a feeling of, what you guys want to do. I think there's probably a lot of our listeners that are very, very busy this morning with cleanup efforts. There's a lot of cleanup going on. There is information pouring in nonstop. There was that animal shelter that the gal had mentioned that they showed on the news last night. I saw that they were without power, and they were needing help with anybody that could possibly take in some animals. Trying to find her email right now. I think it was the Pasadena Animal Shelter. It sure was, Jamie. It says, please give a shout out. They had roof damage, lost power. There's a lot of animals displaced.
Oh, no.
I saw that the Memorial Baptist Church in Pasadena was acting as a shelter. So if you need a place to go, there's that.
Yeah, 720 Fairmont Parkway is where the Red Cross has set up their emergency shelter. FYI.
It's for the next couple of days. If you're in that area, all day long, you're going to be hearing chainsaws going off and the cleanup and everything. And you're going to see blue. You're going to see the blue. People know this from in other past storms that we've had. The blue roof. What does that mean? Like, it's that blue plastic that they put on your roof just as a temporary Band-Aid if you have some roof damage. Yeah, the blue tarp. We're wishing all the best. I mean, if contractors want to call in, if anybody's working on trying to get power up and running, I'm going to just kind of feel it out to see. I definitely would not. I don't want to come in here and be insensitive to what's happening. There's a lot of our audience where you just woke up and today was just another day and you dealt with a lot of rain yesterday and then you go about your business. Man, there's people that lost everything. And these are our neighbors. This is our family now. This isn't something that happened somewhere else and we're sending relief somewhere else. I don't have any information as far as that. Like, hey, I've had people, how can I help, Rod? How can I help? I said, I don't have that right now. I think people are still assessing everything and trying to get their bearings. But that's another thing that we can do here. So I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to tell Chili to open up these phone lines. I don't know what you want to talk about. Maybe you just want to call and you want to talk. I'm not calling it Open Phones Wednesday, but I am leaving it open to see, hey, you know what? Tell me about your situation. Are you still dealing with no power? Is your power, has it been restored? Do you have a friend and a neighbor and things that are happening? Do you have video to share or pictures to share? Again, we just got to kind of navigate this together. We'll get through it. I know we will, like we do all things. I think we have been through so much here that we're stronger than most people here because of what we've had to deal with over the years. And we've gotten through it together every single time, and we'll do it again today and in the next couple of days, and we're going to rebuild all this and get back. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm kind of wide open this hour. If you guys want to take it over, and if there's, Chili, if you want to open up phones, and if people want to talk, and if you have something to share, if you have some great information to pass along, like the animal shelter information or where somebody could go for some help or whatever, man, you guys are there. You're in it. I'm not, but you can use us to get that information out if there is something like that. So literally almost anything goes. So the phone number is 713-212-5945. And then if not, if we move on and we start doing more of a normal show moving forward, then I'm down for that too. But while we're here, while we're local, while we're live, let's take advantage of it, okay?
Yeah.
So phone lines open, 713-212-5945. Hey, what's up? It's your brother Rod talking about Texas Star Power. Well, I look what just happened, okay? I know many of you in the back of your mind, if you don't already have one, you must have thought about getting a generator, okay? But where to go? Who to work with? TexasStarPower.com. I sat down with these guys. I talked with them about it. They do everything from start to finish. There's so much involved with dealing with electricity and dealing with the gas company and everything. When they say they're a turnkey company, they take care of everything. They'll come out, they'll survey your property, free estimates, no hassle installation. And guess what? They only install Generac home standby generators. TexasStarPower.com. I get it. They're going to be busy for the next couple of weeks. TexasStarPower.com. Log on.
The accident on the north side has cleared. I-45 southbound approaching Shepherd, but there is a center lane blocked in Spring. I-45 northbound at Rayford Sawdust. It's stop-and-go traffic from the Hardy Toll Road and about an 8-minute delay. Also, just wanted to mention, as you can imagine, some signal lights. Many actually are out in the Pasadena area, Preston at Yellowstone, Burke at Sherrybrook, Burke at Harris, and just be aware of that as cleanup continues after a tornado touchdown in the area. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, highs of around 55 today. A lot of people calling in. I'm going to go over to your phone calls as we're kind of dealing with this aftermath of, like you said, some tornadoes touchdown, and a lot of people in the Deer Park, Pasadena area are hurting this morning as they're assessing all the damage. But let's find out. I know everything dealing with weather here in the local area is trending right now.
Absolutely. It's all about the cleanup. It's all about the emergency shelters that are set up. One of the buildings that we were talking about being heavily damaged is called Lola's Lucky Day Dog Rescue in Houston. And that is the place where the animals are okay. It's not like any of them were injured or hurt. They're just displaced now, and they're looking for people to kind of help them with that. That's going on, obviously. Power lines being down, Center Point there in Pasadena trying to restore power to people. So that's going to continue to be the big story for us here locally. You were talking about the resiliency of people here in the Houston area, and the one thing them knowing how to do is how to build each other back up. So hopefully that is going to be the case today. So that is the big trending story. Another thing I wanted to talk about was an expiring lottery ticket. It was sold in Prairie View. It's for $1 million in the Mega Millions lottery drawing, which happened on July 29th. It expires at 5 p.m. today. If someone doesn't come forward, someone bought this ticket in Prairie View.
Oh, man.
If they don't come forward, they're missing out on $1 million payday. So definitely wanted to remind any of you to check your tickets if you bought a ticket in the Prairie View area. And then our Wild Card Wednesday feature continues to be the #1 blog page at The Rod Ryan Show. So that's what's trending on 94.5 The Buzz.
So I told you when I woke up this morning, we have the freedom on this show. It's like, hey, listen, things happen. Boom. We need to pivot. We need to maneuver. We need to kind of change things up a little bit. I did not know what was going to be the temperature of the people that were listening to the show this morning. But I said I would open up the phone lines and we'll give you guys a chance to talk a little bit. Every phone line is ringing right now. So as we are all kind of dealing with what happened yesterday in that weather, Amanda is going to be the first one on the phones this morning. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, I'm going to take you off speakerphone. Hold on one second.
Okay, no problem.
Sedina, but I'm blocks from Deer Park, like 8 blocks from Deer Park.
Yeah.
And, when I got home, because I work in the Galleria area, and when I got home, we had no power. We're looking for a restaurant. Everything's closed, or it's just packed. Like there was 100 people at Whataburger.
Wow.
I just wanted to say, please don't forget these animals. Pasadena Animal Shelter, as everybody knows, was really damaged, and there was over about 70 cats and dogs. They're asking, from what I understand on the news, for cardboard boxes. They're asking for doggy toys because of the dogs are devastated by this, of course. They're asking for people to step up and adopt, foster. We donate to Pasadena Animal Shelter, so it really hits home here.
Sure.
There was a skating ring. I forgot the name of the skating rink over in Deer Park. That's where our kids go. Not our children, but the community children go. It keeps them off the streets, and they hang out there at the skating rink. That's gone. I mean, the whole roof is just wiped out.
Yeah.
My son works in Deer Park area at a shipping company, and he was in his truck, and he said that he could not see anything in front of him. His, minor damages to his vehicle, but I'm just thankful that, it wasn't worse because cars were flipped over. People might know train in Deer Park went off the rail.
That's what I was talking about
wrong.
this morning. Playing with toy trains when you're a little kid and they derail, and and then once one flips, the ones behind them flip. That's what it was, but these were real trains. I mean, I can't even imagine the tonnage of what a train car weighs, and to see all of them tipped over yesterday, it was unbelievable to see. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. you're talking about like specific businesses and things that are down, and this is going to take some days to sort out. You know, we're dealing with this thing. It is absolutely raw this morning as we're waking up. But we are talking to you, and that's another line open. I got Burley on the phone. Good morning, Burley.
Hey, what's going on, Brother Rod?
Who do you work for?
CenterPoint Energy.
Okay, what can you tell us?
Just one thing I wanted to just recommend to everybody is just report anything you see, down power lines. They might not even be in the Pasadena area because I work in the Richmond-Rosenberg area.
Uh-huh.
Just report anything you see, even natural gas, because we had a lot of things yesterday fall on gas meters, and they caught in flames. They lit up. I mean, just anything you see, just report it. And, we're out here working real hard right now. So
that was going to be my question. If you're more of a Richmond area, is it all hands on deck, though, heading out to the Pasadena Deer Park area for all of you?
Yeah, I would say for most of us, yes.
Okay.
They would send some crews over there. But, I mean, we had high winds everywhere. So, it's not just Pasadena. I feel sorry for Pasadena, but, power lines fall everywhere, even during regular thunderstorms. So, just like I said, report anything you see, and just take it easy on the guys that are out there because a lot of those guys have been working, all night. They're tired.
Yeah, I was amazed to see that it was about 20,000 people without power this morning. The number that impressed me the most were over 200,000 people had their power restored on the overnight. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. So I know you guys are working. Burley, thank you. Thank you. Keep doing a great job, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And just let everybody know that what you're doing, don't think that it's not unbelievably appreciated. I know you're being taken from your families and stuff, and you're working overtime. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what you got today?
I wanted to share that LaPorte Junior High is an acceptance, it's like an additional drop-off place for blankets, air mattresses, water, food, things of that nature. It is an additional drop-off for the Memorial Baptist Church off of Fairmont.
Yes.
My daughter goes to LaPorte Junior High, and thankfully we're safe over here, but got to support our fellow rivalry, Deer Park Deer, and definitely get some donations to help with the efforts.
Okay, I appreciate that information. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cody, been holding on the line. Hi,
hey,
Cody.
Brother Rod, what's going on?
What's up, man? What you dealing with this morning?
Right now dealing with traffic, but yesterday I happened to be in Bel Air and Hillcroft area. We were getting microbursts, and yeah, they were snapping. Those bursts were snapping 8 to 10 inch thick branches on trees.
Well, and
Go
ahead.
Just before the tornado touchdown. And I grew up in Kansas, so let me tell you something. That was a solid F1, F2. And up there, the entire community, we'd get together. We'd pull out our Bobcats, tractors, and we'd help each other out. So that's something I would recommend for all the landscapers and such. Pull your tractors out. Help clear those streets. First responders, they need that access.
Well said, Cody. And you're going to see that. You are going to see that. I know that if there's one thing that we do know the communities here in this area and what we've all been through and the way that people pull together and help one another. It's amazing. Ashley.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're out in Deer Park.
Yes, it tore up a building next to my children's daycare while they were in daycare.
I can't even imagine as a mom, parent, having to deal with that. And were you getting constant communication at least during that time?
No, because I was at work. I didn't know until after.
Oh my God.
That yes. But in off Center Street in Spencer, Waffle House is open all day. Warm food.
My next house that I get built, whoever builds those Waffle Houses, they're gonna build my house.
Right.
I want the Waffle House builders.
Right. Give me the Waffle House Foundation.
What do they do, man? I'm telling you, those things are indestructible. They really are.
They are. I do know we have hurricane windows, so that's part of it.
That's amazing.
A warm meal can do so much. Like, it's incredible when we get back to basics like that. You lose everything, and it's the people that go and set up and feed people and help people. They're angels. They're angels on this freaking earth.
Andrea, and I knew somebody was going to call in about this CrossFit building that was on the news quite a bit. And the guys are okay. I think they rode out the storm. But Andrea, what can you tell me about that CrossFit building in Pasadena? Or I don't know where it was, but it's huge. It's a massive building.
Yes, it's off Fairmont Parkway. I've been a member there for about 2 years now, and the manager, he's just incredible, and he's just kept that CrossFit building just going and improving it in different ways. So, yeah, yesterday we got notification that him and 3 other people were in the building.
Yes.
And they have ran to the restrooms and watched the whole building fall in front of their eyes. So it's just really devastating for our CrossFit community right now. If anyone has access or resources to the CrossFit community that can help out the South Belt family on Fairmont Parkway, that would be greatly appreciated.
I'll tell you what, and shout out to one of the owners, and I don't know these guys, but the way that he was keeping it, well, I'm not sure which one it was, but the way that he kept it positive, he was being interviewed, and complete destruction of probably his whole life's work behind him, his CrossFit,
absolutely.
his building, and he rode out the storm there, like Andrea's saying, and he still was just had this kind of positive. Hey, we're here, boom. Kind of one of those hey, we can rebuild this stuff, but man, we're all here, and that's what's most important. So, the name of that CrossFit place again is what?
It's CrossFit South Belt.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, listen. That's another line open, and we can continue taking some phone calls today. If that's what you guys want to do, I think it's a good use of our time here. Let's just break for just a moment. And Chili, keep answering. If calls are coming in, we'll keep taking your calls here at 94.5 The Buzz. 94.5 The Buzz, Beastie Boys, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Rod Ryan Show. Taking some phone calls, a lot of emails coming in dealing with the big storm. No real name for that storm. Just a big ass storm yesterday, man. Lots of rain, tornadoes, which we don't have a whole lot of experience with, and people are quick to say, man, shout out to everybody in the Pasadena and the Deer Park area. But like that one lineman said, he goes, dude, there's trees out everywhere. There's power out all over the place. But so many people have been restored. There are still some people dealing with power issues. I'm watching a video here. Jocelyn sends me a video. She said, hey, thank you guys for everything you guys keep us up with and you do for the community. She's been a huge fan for years. She sent me a video of her class. They're in the dark. And she's trying to this is a teacher now. Mm-hmm. This is a teacher just being a teacher, okay? An underpaid teacher. Storms going around. Power's out. Tornadic activity outside. And she's trying to keep her students laughing and calm. Yeah. I mean, Alex, your mom was a teacher for all those years. I mean, where in the manual does it teach you what to do when there's a tornado ripping through where you're teaching?
Right.
There is no manual.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
You just got to do it. That's why. I mean, these teachers, they're
grossly underpaid.
They're cold.
Deserve more.
But I'm just saying, they're a different breed. So listen, I'm trying to keep my students laughing and calm during this scary situation. It was sixth period. The whole school took shelter in place. You can hear the rain and the wind through the building. My students were sitting against the wall under the lab tables. And she said, thank God our school made it. But another school not so far from us, not even a mile away, got hit by that tornado. So thank God for protecting us. And she's sending prayers to all the families affected. That's a Pasadena teacher. That's just kicked into mama bear mode, mama teacher mode,
That's who
and
you
said,
want your kids with.
It's like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. I'm a teacher, man. I'm tough. So phone calls continue to come in. There was one that I wanted to mention, and it's one of our guys that listens, and he's in the elevator space, meaning he works on elevators.
Okay.
He said, Rod, elevators during a storm. I had so many entrapment calls yesterday. Please remind people, if the power's going out or fluctuating, don't use the elevator. That runs on that same electricity that's fluctuating. I worked until 4 a.m. getting people out of elevators from Deer Park to Galveston.
Dang.
You're like, oh, the power's not going to go out. I can just take one more quick elevator ride. I don't want to take the stairs. No, take the stairs.
Yeah.
Take the stairs. Can you imagine how many people were stuck in elevators? This guy was...
We were getting, as we were leaving yesterday.
We have an elevator story.
Yeah, our elevator, we got in, the elevator went up 75 floors, I feel like, and then went down a little bit, but then went back up and then went down, and some lady's like, it says it's out of order, and I was like, well, we're already in it, so.
We're in it. We didn't get off.
This. And then we got emails saying hey, the elevators are broken.
They're broken.
So we could have been stuck.
We were ready.
On the phone, Jason, good morning.
Good morning.
What you got for us, dude? A lot of people still calling in, man. What do you want to talk about?
Well, we're getting our jackets on right now. We worked till 4 this morning. We got a little sleep. We work on all the signal lights out here, and we've got a lot of them not working today. So
let me ask you,
out there listening,
Jason.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question because I've mentioned CenterPoint Energy several times.
Yes.
Who are you? Who do you work for? Do you work for the county? I mean, who takes care of all those traffic lights?
We work for the city. Yeah, we work for the city of Pasadena. We are the traffic department for the city of Pasadena. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're up and trying to get these traffic. So this is above and beyond. CenterPoint's getting the power on. Then you guys got to get all these traffic signals back working.
Yeah, well, when those tornadoes came through, it knocked a lot of those signals off the arm. So you'll see a lot of signals without traffic lights up there. And we were out till 4 in the morning putting a lot of them back up. So we're still going to have a lot of power outages today.
Yeah.
And people just need to stop and just take your time because last night, so many wrecks were happening last night. Well, really this morning, I said, we were done around 4 a.m. this morning and we're back at it. So.
Wow, Jason. Thank you, man. I'm glad that we've got people like you that are up and realize, hey, that's my gig, man. This is me. This is time for me, for us and our crew to be Superman. Thank you, Jason. Great reminder. If a light is out, that doesn't mean floor through it. That's a four-way stop now. Where there's a light that is out, that is a four-way stop. So please don't go blasting through those. There's enough going on. It's chaos. We don't need any extra accidents, okay? But thank you guys for all the emails and the calls. Hey, what's up? It's your brother Rod talking about Joe Myers Toyota. Family first at Joe Myers Toyota since the 80s. Joe Myers has been a family dealership committed to our employees, customers, community. At Joe Myers Toyota, they make it easy and stress-free. I know. I just went through the entire process, traded in, traded up, dealt with their department. Okay, they will pay you top dollar cash today for your vehicle at the all-new Joe Myers Toyota Buying Center. Oh, yeah, they're giving you top dollar for your trade-in right now. So zero down favorable financing options, customer cash back for well-qualified buyers on new 2023s. Shop them 24/7, JoeMyersToyota.com or call 281-890-8700.
There's still an accident blocking a center lane on the north side, I-45 southbound at Airtex. Be aware of that. Just some stop and go to kind of partner up with that over there on East Tech southbound between Quitman, Liberty, and the downtown split. Over in Spring, the accident's cleared at I-45 northbound at Rayford Sawdust, but there's still stop and go traffic from Louetta. And again, a lot of signal lights out due to power outages in the Pasadena area. That's your Rec Check on 94.5 The Buzz.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Rod Ryan Show, 7:51. Looks like we're going to get a couple of days off from the rain. So much going on with cleanup efforts now and everything else. I do want to say this, and I'm not going to pass the picture along, but I've been sent it a couple of times of this funnel cloud. I do not believe this to be true. I do not think this was taken here locally. The tornado that hit, there was so much rain, you couldn't see a funnel cloud. That was the thing about the storm. It was such chaos out there everywhere.
It was the vision, right? The visibility being so reduced.
It didn't look like Wizard of Oz, where it was just a calm day, and then all of a sudden you see this funnel cloud just kind of ripping through the neighborhood. So this picture that's circulating, there's no way that this is real.
Right.
Because it's dry. And you see it just, and it looks like it could be a house in any neighborhood here in Texas. And then there's this big, dark funnel cloud. There's no way that that's real. So I'm not passing that along, and I'm kind of throwing that out there to everybody else. If you see that, there's no way. A firefighter who did not want to be named said and backed up kind of exactly what we were talking about. Local anonymous firefighter here, Rod. As everyone is out and about today, please treat all non-functioning traffic lights as a four-way stop. Seeing lots of downstream incidents from the storm involving traffic accidents at intersections without working traffic lights. Stay safe, everyone. That's coming from a firefighter, so it sounds cooler than coming from me. There's so much going on. Don't add to the problem, okay?
That part.
If you get to an intersection and the light's not working, it's a four-way stop. It just needs to be said. It's like when it's raining and I got to tell everybody, hey, turn your headlights on. It's like sometimes you just need to be told. So that's great news. We don't need any extra accidents today. 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, highs of around 55. Tessa with Houston's headlines.
So Pasadena, Deer Park, Sagemont are still being impacted, obviously, from yesterday's storms. And they're since we're on the subject of traffic, down power lines, those are things that could affect your commute. Debris in the road. Some streets are closed. Reports of tires being punctured. We don't know what's on the road. We don't know. They're obviously not clear. So people are saying use hazard lights. If you are in doubt, just pull over to a parking lot, find an alternate route, or just stay off the road altogether. Rod, you make a great point. Just don't be part of the problem, don't add to what problems are already have piled up there. The American Red Cross will be operating a shelter. This is for anyone affected by the weather. It opened last night at Baker Ripley on Fairmont Parkway near Allen Genoa Road in Pasadena. People seeking shelter, bring your ID that shows residence in the affected area. In addition, bring your medications, bring your chargers for your electronic devices, clothing, pillows, blankets, toiletries. Those are the things that are going to help you have a more comfortable stay there.
Is this separate from the Memorial Baptist Church in Pasadena?
This is. So the Memorial Church that's a private institution that's helping people, that has opened their doors and saying, come on, come all. Also, classes, school, obviously canceled for today. In Pasadena ISD, Deer Park ISD, the storm prompted the first tornado emergency warning ever issued in the Houston area. So it was significant, not only the catastrophic structural damage, things like that, but kind of a first for people in the area. So we will continue to monitor that, and we want everyone just to remain safe. If you have anything to add to the conversation, we'd love to hear from you.
I heard back from that teacher that was 6th grade, power's out. She's trying to keep all her students calm and keep it light, tight, and bright. We talk about all the time.
Right.
She said, yeah, I reminded my students, I was a police dispatcher for 7 years. I've been through some stressful situations. I just told them, We got this.
Nice.
That teacher's awesome.
That's
huh?
like my mom. My mom was a dispatcher. Now she's a teacher. Yeah. So emergencies don't freak dispatchers out the way they do other people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears here a little bit because we are talking about some silly stuff, some light, tight, and bright stuff. You know, a lot of people have memories from Disney World Splash Mountain Ride, which closed this week in Florida. So it closed on Monday, but they were, everyone was getting on the ride for the last time. There was like a 3-hour wait. And now that the ride is closed, people are selling rare Splash Mountain water on eBay. That's right.
What are people bringing Tupperware to
they're saying
scoop
it's
up water?
genuine. It's rare water, high quality H2O. They claim they got from the ride. Sellers are looking to get hundreds up to $1,000 for their Splash
So dumb.
Mountain water.
If I find out one of you buying this stuff, so help me. I'm coming over.
So help me.
Coming over. I'm going to say, sit your ass. I got to talk to you.
Members of the Senate Judiciary Committee tried to sound cool by working Taylor Swift lyrics into the hearing on Ticketmaster yesterday. Now, they absolutely failed. But I do have some takeaways from the hearing if you'd like to hear. The president.
Now, I did say, but before the hearings were going on when we were doing the show, and they were still going on at 10 o'clock. And I did famously say on the air, nothing will come of it, but it'll just be a bit of a dog and pony show. So please tell me some takeaways. I can't wait.
So the Live Nation president denied that the company holds a monopoly over ticketing service.
Really? 70% is not a monopoly?
And the CEO of SeatGeek spoke out saying, as long as Live Nation remains both the dominant concert promoter and ticketer of the major venues in the U.S., the industry will continue to lack competition and struggle. They also blamed bots. They said that Taylor Swift debacle, they were dealing with 3 times the number of bots that they normally do. So that was to blame.
One senator actually made a little sense to me when they said, well, banks can somehow deal with this. Why can't you?
Right.
The bots getting at there. Like, why haven't you developed
Now
some
we're gonna
sort
have
of
a bot fee, a bot security fee.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is the
It's
tickets
getting more expensive.
The tickets going to be more expensive because this is you got to pay for
We're saving you.
our bot police.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was asking them, why haven't you developed something to sort through them?
Absolutely.
And I don't think he had an answer.
They said they know all too well, quoting
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Nothing's going to come of it.
Pantera has been sent a message. Maybe don't come to Germany. The recently reunited band has been dropped by 2 separate German events in light of past actions from frontman Philip Anselmo. So organizers of these events said, look, the band Pantera is not going to be performing because this is a response to a performance back in 2016, which Anselmo did some really questionable things on stage. That I think everyone can agree on. There was a lot of people saying, look, hate, racism, that doesn't have a place in metal. And
especially not Germany.
And Anselmo, defended himself. He says he's apologized. He says he feels like it's ridiculous, but he says, his words, it's like I'm literally Hitler. I'm not. But nevertheless, he is out of those German festivals. Those are Houston's headlines.
Take it, Alex.
The Rockets are back in action tonight. They're going to host the Wizards at Toyota Center, trying to add to their winning streak of 1 game. Tip-off is at 7. You can listen to the game on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. In college basketball, 3rd-ranked U of H is going to play Central Florida on the road. The Cougs are trying to bounce back from their loss to Temple over the weekend. That'll start at 6 o'clock, and you can watch it on ESPN+. And then check out the sports blog page.
Yeah?
Today we got a little hockey for you. Brock Nelson of the Islanders took a huge hit, knocked a tooth loose, and so did the normal thing that any hockey player would do on the bench. He's like, yeah, it's coming out. Just kind of yanks it out.
He yanked it out.
Oh my
Just
God!
yanks it
Why
out.
are
You
they
ready?
like
Watch
that?
it. Watch it. He's sitting
Watch.
there, Tessa. He's sitting there. And he's just like, oh, yeah, this bad boy's loose. I got it. Hey, gives it to the medical trainer. He's like, hey, put this under my pillow in the hotel, and the tooth fairy will give me a couple bucks.
And then he went back in and played.
Yeah.
The nerve damage, everything. He ripped his own tooth out.
They don't build them like
and
that.
played.
They don't build them like
Can
that.
I get some Oragel?
Okay.
No, you don't need that.
You got these
You
soccer
need to
basketball
thrill the
players flopping around.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
LeBron acting like he's dead every time somebody bumps into him.
Different.
Built different. Check it out. Sports blog page today.
Hey, what's up? It's your brother Rod talking about the latest and the greatest, Cirque du Soleil. Well, they're ready to rock today. That's right, man. Today, January 25, it starts. It'll be a limited run engagement here in Houston until Sunday, March 5th. It is Cirque du Soleil Cruza going down at Sam Houston Race Park. You get your tickets at cirquedusoleil.com/Cruza. It's all about the human connection, but this show is perfect for fans of all ages. A night out with friends, perfect date night. It's a strictly, like I said, limited engagement. Get your tickets early for the best seating locations. cirquedusoleil.com/Cruza. Everything gets rolling today.
An accident is blocking a left shoulder, I-45 southbound at Airsex. It's stopping of traffic from Ritchie. There's also an accident reported at Greenhouse, I-10 Katy Freeway going eastbound right there at Greenhouse. This is a big delay, guys. Stop and go traffic from the Grand Parkway, and a connector ramp blocked on the north side, 249. That's the Tomball Parkway southbound at the North Sam. There's stop and go traffic, 2 vehicles involved. Listeners also reported a motorcycle being involved here. So pack your patience there on the north side. Be aware. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
Here we go. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Wild Card Wednesday. Listen, today things are probably sounding a little bit different today on the show as I have to kind of navigate how are we going to do this show today. And we dedicated just about all of the 7 o'clock hour to taking phone calls and people talking about the situation, what's happening in all around Houston, but most of the focus is in the Pasadena area and the Deer Park area where some tornadoes hit. And, man, there are just some people that absolutely are devastated and lost everything. And, over and over, people are telling me that, things can be replaced, people cannot. That's something to remember in all of this. It's still when your stuff is, I can't even imagine your entire contents of your house is scattered all over the corner of a block in your neighborhood. It's hard to maybe you need to hear that said out loud, and it's true too. So there's a lot of people out there working today. We spoke with a lot of people that are out there working today. We know schools in that area are closed down, but there's a lot. CenterPoint Energy always gets, a bunch of plugs. There's a lot of guys working that are working for CenterPoint Energy, men and women, restoring power. We heard from somebody working for the city, trying to get those traffic lights up and running. We've heard some from firefighters. And, and just regular people in the area. So we've been doing a lot of that today on the show. It is good news that it looks like we're not going to have to deal with rain for the next couple of days because of all the cleanup efforts that are going to be happening. That's going to help out. It's cold outside, though, okay? It's 43 out there right now. Today's high will be 55. I'm hearing from Renee. She said, good morning, Rod and family. She lives in Deer Park. So she's right there. She's right there. She sees everything. She said it's absolutely heartbreaking, Rod, out here. And she talked about how many children are in that area that walk home and they kept the kids. I mean, the way that the storm hit, it was before kids were let go. They wouldn't have let kids go in that horrible storm anyway. But she said, thank goodness the kids had not been released. They were all hunkered down as the storm passed through in schools. And those teachers taking care of the kids are amazing, she said. She said, huge shout out to the police and the fire departments that are rolling up and down every single road with the lights and the sirens in an effort to get emergency services where needed. As she says, the major cell towers were taken out. Phone service was unavailable at this time. She said, thank you to the linemen who worked all night to restore our power. It's unfortunate events like this that allow the many everyday heroes to shine.
Absolutely.
She said, my own home was unscathed. My parents are a block away from those horrific intersections you see on the news where homes are so badly hit. Our sweet little community is very resilient and neighborly, so I know all hands will be on deck. Stuff can be replaced, people not so much. Thank you for all that you guys do, being there, especially when we need you. That's Renee, who is right there in Deer Park, seeing it firsthand, dealing with neighbors, kids, parents. It's going to take a little bit of time. So many of you are asking me, Rod, how can I help? How can I help? Let's let them sort things out. Let them sort things out right now. There's immediate needs. There is, the one that I wrote down, Tess, I know you have another one, the Memorial Baptist Church in Pasadena. They're acting as a shelter right now, and I imagine that would maybe, I hate to throw things out there when I don't know, but if they're acting as a shelter, I imagine that would be a place to maybe drop off some things too. What was the one that you were talking about?
Just the Red Cross. The Red Cross will go and they'll set up their shelter, and they're telling people, obviously, you got to show ID. That one's more official, but I think the thing that Texans are used to is neighbors helping neighbors, neighboring towns saying, you know what, I know if this was us, if the shoe was on the other foot, people would go. I saw people just showing up with hot and readies. They don't know where they're going. They don't have an address. Hey, everyone come eat. They're just looking for people who need help. And those are the everyday heroes that I believe Renee is talking about. Just, people that are ready to, at a moment's notice, say, hey, does anyone need a hand? You need help picking up your lawn? You need, a truck? What can I do?
I got one email from Kim, and she sends me she's got some damage at her place, and she's got a tree, and there's some downed power lines. And she's saying, hey, can you, or maybe send this out, people can help me. Are these power lines or are these cable lines? I'm like, assume they're power lines.
Don't touch 'em.
Assume they're live.
Right.
Assume. She goes, listen, I called Centerpoint. They're not here yet. And they'll get to you. But I know you kind of want to, like, she's like, I want to start cleaning up. Yeah. But I got these lines, are these cable lines? I'm like, I can't get into that. So I just stay away from power lines. There's got to be some other work that you can do. There's got to be some other cleanup that you can do. She said, I called Centerpoint yesterday. They said someone will be out. No one's come yet. She goes, listen, I know this is small compared to Deer Park and what the damage is, but I'm looking to clean up and move on here. So, Kim, I'm just going to tell you to hang in there, okay? I mean, safety first. If there's a line, don't think, hey, you know what? That kind of looks like a cable line. Stay away, okay? Stay away. And I know you're anxious to kind of get going. You've got to get that line situation rectified first before.
Did you?
And that's easy for me to say. I don't have a tree sitting in my front yard.
They keep showing this apartment complex that just got like the roof was just completely ripped off. Tons of structural damage. Stories of people, hey, I just moved in here last week. I just remember getting into an apartment each time because I've moved around a lot. And every time it's like, okay, I'm finally settled. What do I need for my place? Let me get myself in order. And then for that to be taken away from you, or if you've been somewhere you're comfortable, those people, that's a really big shakeup on their lives.
Out of all the apartments that you lived in, how many times did you have renter's insurance? Every time?
In
half of the time?
Earlier in my life, never. But then once I turned, once I was like mid-20s, it was every time I had to have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alex, renter's insurance?
I do have to have renter's insurance.
You have to have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
To rent our apartment, you're required to.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it should be kind of a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a pain in the ass. It's insurance. It's like in case something happens, man, I'm paying all this money, nothing happened. But if.
Every time we renew the lease, it's like, oh, crap, we got to renew that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a short break. We've kind of suspended like giveaways and stuff, but let's get back to getting you guys a few things. I've got some Monster Jam tickets. I'll give you a 4-pack of tickets for this Sunday's Monster Jam. We'll have those for you on the flip of this break, rec check, trending, and then boom, free booty for you.
An accident is blocking a right lane and a right shoulder on 290. If you're going eastbound at Senate, it's stop and go traffic from Highway 6. The accident in Montgomery is at Conroe Porter Road, both north and southbound between the 99 toll and the Grand Parkway and Gene Campbell Road. So there are reports of big delays in that area. And then on the north side, an accident blocking a connector, guys. Lots of traffic. Stalled 18-wheeler on the south side. Just be aware that is your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Welcome back, Rod Ryan Show. We're going to give you some Monster Jam tickets coming up in just a moment, so sit tight for that. No rain for a couple of days, which is great news, dealing with concerning all the cleanup that has to happen after that wild storm yesterday. Shouldn't have to deal with rain until this weekend. So mostly cloudy today. Still cold outside, though. Today, high of about 55. Before we get you those Monster Jam tickets, Tessa, what's trending?
Okay, so it's still weather-related stuff. We have a lot of listeners sending in kind of their footage from what they experienced yesterday. I'm trying to tweet that stuff out. My computer, there are a lot of videos, which we appreciate. One of the local meteorologists here in Houston tweeted out, someone put breaking footage, Pasadena tornado captured on film. And it's this wild footage, and it's Jeff Linder, and he's like, this is not the Pasadena tornado, FYI. Like, you know, people.
Was it that picture that I was talking about earlier?
It's not a picture, it's a video. It's a video.
So I've been sent a picture like 3 times now, and it's like this very formed funnel cloud, and there's no rain in this neighborhood. And it's like, dude, this was sent to me. This was yesterday. I said, there's no way that was here. It was such a rainy event and dark outside. You could not see the tornado.
There's also,
you couldn't see a foot in front of you in some areas.
I'll post a picture that I took during it.
Yeah, please don't.
There's also a teenager who was in his truck. He had to ride it out while he was waiting on his parents, and it is insane what this kid went through. That's a local story kind of circulating around. You know, there's basically a trail of destruction, and it's having to be cleaned up today. So that's what everyone is talking about this morning. If you go over to our blog page, it is still the Wild Card Wednesday that people are getting joy from this morning. The listener said, you know, he's a leg guy. He says, this, Rod, this is what you should be featuring every day.
Yeah, legs. It doesn't get talked about a lot here, but this guy clearly is this chick has legs for days. The longest legs I've ever seen on a chick.
Okay. So I get why people are looking at that. And also...
And she's wearing like 12-inch heels.
Also, the story of Pamela Anderson and Tim Allen, her claiming he flashed her on the set of Home Improvement. That story is still doing really well for us. A lot of people taking a look at it.
There's more fuel on that. Now she's naming Sylvester Stallone that he approached her, and she's calling out all of this toxic masculinity that was apparently a huge problem in Hollywood for a long time. Some will say it's still there. And Sylvester Stallone's people are saying this never happened. So did this stuff happen to her, or is she trying to sell books? We don't know. You know, you sound like an idiot when you say you don't believe somebody. But she's also trying to sell books right now. And these people are saying this stuff never happened.
Right. So
who to believe?
That debacle continues, and those things are trending on 94.5 The Buzz.
All right, Monster Jam Sunday.
Yeah,
tickets,
4-pack.
Tickets are available for Monster Jam Saturday and Sunday through Ticketmaster. These are for Sunday. It's a 4-pack with pit passes to come and say hello to us on the floor beforehand. Now, if you win, you get qualified for something even bigger. That's your cue.
Right. So it's a grand prize of a Rod Ryan Show pit crew shirt. And then we have a driver meet and greet. We have tickets to that.
Okay.
4 tickets to that after the show. So pretty cool.
We're going to draw that
prize.
we're going to draw that on Friday,
That's
right? Okay. Looking for caller 10. 713-212-5945. You want to join us for the Monster Jam on Sunday. Good luck. This is Hoobastank and Crawling in the Dark. 94.5 The Buzz. .5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Hoobastank, Crawling in the Dark. 10% chance of rain today, tonight. Mostly cloudy today. Highs of around 55. Over to the phones. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Patricia?
You're caller number 10. You're caller number 10.
I got my grandson in.
Congratulations. What's your grandson's name?
Maximum.
Max? Hello,
We call him Max.
Hey, Max. Yeah, you guys are going to Monster Jam on Sunday, okay? I got a 4-pack, and I've got pit passes, so bring Max by to say hello to us, all right?
I will. That's my daughter's birthday, too. Thank you.
Oh, that's so great.
I love it.
That is so great. Okay, Patricia, hang on the phone. You're also in the drawing for a grand prize, which will include we've been doing this a long time. And the Monster Jam people, I talk about how great they are. They always get us crew shirts.
Yeah.
It's the ones that the drivers wear and, the lead mechanics, the team that works on the truck. They get to wear these cool shirts. You see them with Gravedigger and you see all, Maximum Destruction and all of this. We get Rod Ryan Show crew shirts every time because we're dealing with all these people coming in and taking pictures. Brother Rod, how do I get one of those shirts? Man, when are you going to sell those shirts? They're never for sale. But this grand prize, for the first time, we're offering up we're going to give some of these crew shirts out with these grand prizes. So we did it last week for Saturday. This week, you're in the grand prize drawing now. You and Max and everybody, you're in the grand prize drawing for Friday when we do that. And some other fun stuff. So thank you to our Monster Jam folks and our friends. Misty said that due to what is going on in the area, some blood drives were canceled today.
Oh, really?
And that is detrimental to those collecting blood. It's not like we have a huge surplus, so they rely the timing of these blood drives and everything. They're done at times where blood is absolutely needed. Many of these locations you've been talking about, they host these regular blood drives, and all hands on deck for Centerpoint right now. Blood drive canceled. Great reminder. Anybody that wants to donate blood, giveblood.org. Find a location and donate. Until the end of January, donors receive a special T-shirt and a voucher for a free entree at Black Bear Diner. Okay. I have not been there. I've seen a bunch of those Black Bear Diners.
I have too. I've seen that. I've never eaten in one.
They got the big carved black bear out front.
Oh, yeah. That's their signature.
That's how you know.
Yeah. It's like, hey, there's a Black Bear place. Is it a breakfast place? It's like I feel like it's pancakey.
I think you can get breakfast. I think it's like a breakfast all day place.
As all places should be.
True.
As all places should be. Breakfast all day, I say. Okay, Misty, thank you. Yeah, somebody looking to do something. I know people are like, how do I help? How do I help? You can give blood? Why not? Giveblood.org. Smashing Pumpkins, baby! It's 94.5 The Buzz. $94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. I did the thing already. I did it in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Rod Ryan Show on this Wild Card Wednesday. Thank you so much for having us on. appreciate all the emails, people sending in some photographs. Somebody just sent me a picture of Mattress Max. You know, he's got that high water vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, my God, Mac's truck just passed in front of my house. So, I mean, I don't know what he's doing out there, but he's there. You know, Mac's going to get involved.
He's not there.
Yeah, correct.
He's there even if it's in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
I'm just trying to catch up on some of these emails, some other things coming in. Best pancakes ever. What are they talking about?
Black Bear.
Black Bear Diner. Rod, best pancakes ever. Since you haven't been yet, you need to get there and try them. I promise they are the best. You know what? Pancakes are pancakes to me.
I was about to say, I have that's got to be like an unpopular opinion, I guess. Like, you can make awesome pancakes, but like they're pancakes.
They're pancakes to me. I'll tell you what. I've never bitten into a pancake, and I've never said this is the best pancake ever. Now, what are you putting on it? You know, like if you're really doing something, if you're doing something special. But a pancake to me is a pancake. A hamburger is not a hamburger, but a pancake is a pancake to me.
Pizza is a pizza, but it's also not a pizza.
Ooh,
I feel like
every one of them is so different for me.
But even a bad pizza is still a good pizza.
Oh yeah, but
like I don't know why that doesn't translate to me for pancakes. Because there's so many varying things you can do with a pizza, I guess.
Yeah, every slice of pizza is completely different to me. Every pancake in the world is the same to me.
Yeah,
it is. Now, of course,
I'm a basic pancake.
Of course, a regular pancake is different than a blueberry pancake. I'm just saying, no matter what you're doing to that pancake, I just don't feel like you're doing it better than the guy across the street.
Right.
If you put blueberries in yours, then I bet you his are pretty good too. I mean, pancakes are great, but I just don't differ. It's batter and water. What you're doing. I mean, you're taking it. You've got your food purveyor coming in, and
they get me full too quick. I can't enjoy other things I want to do. I had a waffle last night though. It was fantastic.
I just made some dope waffles. My daughter and I bought I'm trying to find ways of getting her. She does seem to have a little bit of an interest in cooking and being in the kitchen and helping dad and all that. So I bought it's a pink, of course.
Yes.
It's a singular, a heart waffle maker.
Cute.
And I'm telling you, man, you feel like, a wise person once told me, like a marriage, don't be afraid to throw away that first pancake. I assumed that was with waffles too. Like that first one was either going to be under or overcooked, because the temperature wasn't right.
Yeah.
This thing was plug in. It turned on by itself. As soon as the light goes, put the batter in there. Every one of them was perfect.
Nails. Nice.
Waffles. Don't be afraid of waffle makers. They're easy.
Waffles are awesome. Nothing better than that, like at a hotel. You go there, it's not like crowded. You're like, I'm making the beeline for that waffle maker. You go right there, you flip the bad boy over there.
They have the cups, the pre-measured out cups.
Perfect. And it's got a ton of experience. That that waffle maker. It's
weathered.
Seasoned vet.
It's made millions of, and the longer you use it, the better it is.
It's like a cast iron skillet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you don't like wash it in normal soap and water. There's different techniques you got to use. Yeah. It's like I think I put out a picture from my mom's house. It was a couple of years ago, but my mom still has the same. I guess I would call it a cookie tray, a cookie sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you use that for everything that goes in the oven, but it's just like a little metal tray. These things are black, okay?
Yeah.
They are black. Yeah. But she's been using those since I was a child.
Right.
And I took a picture. I'm like, if your mom or grandmom's pans don't look like this, does she even use them? I mean, my mom has the same set of pans that my grandma bought her for her wedding. Which again, don't be afraid to throw away that first pancake.
You better stop. You better stop.
But my mom is still using so if you put pasta on the stove at my mom's house, that pan you use or that
cauldron, that
is my mom a wedding present. My mom got married in the 20s.
They don't make stuff like they used to.
Unbelievable. Okay. Going through and catching up on some of these emails. Rod, no way I'm tipping a robot bartender. What is he talking about? There's a video up today on Links and Guests.
Don't forget to tip your bot tenders. There is a dude who was doing a video of a robot making him a drink, and he's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then when he went to pay, they automatically added a 10% service charge.
Which is a tip.
But he's like, service, you're a robot, bro.
Yeah,
you don't have a robot family at home.
Don't you feel like a tip, there's got to be some emotional connection with that tip? It is.
Well,
that's absolutely
it's a person's livelihood.
It's a fee, if not that.
And somebody will tell me tip is an acronym for something.
I don't care.
I'm not tipping a robot. I'm not tipping a robot.
I'm not either.
I'm telling you, we're going to have to start tipping flight attendants soon. But just wait. That's going to be a thing.
On the food blog page today, Hormel has created a new chili cheese beer.
I'd try it.
I would not.
I'm not saying I'd love it, but I like chili cheese. I like beer.
I always think
independently of each other.
I always think I'm going to be drinking some liquidy, chili-colored beer, and it probably has some hint.
Yeah, they dipped it in the hops or whatever it is.
Well, then if you get it with a hot dog,
all right,
and you're like,
only 5
hey.
bites. We learned that this
Pour it on
morning.
top.
Speaking of, I know I'm going to shift from chili to gumbo, but Cedar Creek is having their 5th annual gumbo cook-off. It's coming up on February 4th, and I still think there's a few teams that you can get in. Now, this is where you got to do the roux and everything. You got to cook it all right there. And I know I got some gumbo experts that are listening right now. A few friends of mine think that they're gumbo experts. I understand that. Prove it, okay? I think there's going to be 15 teams available. There's only a couple left where you can get in. Grand prize, $500. I'll be out there. And it's good to be working with the Creek Group again, which is awesome. So Gunner! Shout out to Gunner, who's back in the fold with us. So Cedar Creek, February 4th. Everybody can kind of come out, sample some gumbo, drink some beers, and party with us a little bit. If you want to get in, though, the only reason why I mentioned this early is because if you want to get in and get a gumbo team in and find out more about it, thecreekgroup.com. And you may be able to get a team in still. All right? All right, let me take a short break. People are asking about some other tickets. Pantera tickets, we're giving those away. Yes, I promise I'll give you those tickets away. We're going to give those away on Know the Show. Alternative Income at 10 after 9. Come on. Well, I love that music. I love that music, man. It's that time of year again. The largest celebration of Mardi Gras in Texas kicks off February 10th. Mardi Gras Galveston. Love it. 2 weekends of live entertainment, parades, balcony, parties, vendor displays, millions of beads all over the Strand, Galveston's entertainment district. On Saturday, February 11th, come party with me. I'll be all over the Strand in the afternoon, and then we'll have Ghostland Observatory playing live on the Corona stage. 2 weekends of constant party. Mardi Gras Island style. Check out the full entertainment lineup, parade schedules, and find advance tickets at MardiGrasGalveston.com.
Over in Montgomery, Conroe Porter Road, both north and southbound, has closed due to an accident. This is a fatal, confirmed. DPS investigating there. So between Tex 99, the Grand Parkway, and Gene Campbell Road, delays in that area. I'm not being offered an alternate route here, but you're going to want to avoid Conroe Porter Road, both north and southbound. An accident's blocking a right lane and a right shoulder on the northwest side, 290 going eastbound at Senate. It is an 11-minute delay, and it's stop and go traffic from Highway 6. That's your Rec Check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Rod Ryan Show on this Wild Card Wednesday. She's all legs. All legs. I mean, super hot, beautiful. This guy flat out says, I'm a leg man. He goes, keep those, what he said, let the kids look at the cartoon asses. I'm a leg man. He said something very funny in his email, and that's what made him get fast-tracked to his Wild Card Wednesday. Listen, this is...
I feel like you can tell how athletic someone is when you look at their legs.
This is anybody that wants to send in a suggestion for Instagram. If you know what day you want them featured on, great. Like, hey, Rod, just figure it out. I don't care what day she's on, but tell me why we should, you don't have to be funny and write me a whole paragraph, but just tell me why we should run it. And that's what he did, and it's a good one. It's doing well. It's the #1 link today. 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, high of 55. We shouldn't have to deal with any more rain until, the weekend. So that's good. We need to dry out a little bit. Tessa with Houston's headlines.
Yeah, we do, because there's cleanup now taking place because a tornado that moved through the area yesterday, Pasadena, Deer Park. It left catastrophic structural damage, and there were stranded motorists that were dealing with blocked roads. There are power lines that are down. A lot of people, over 80,000 customers without power. You had reports of even more than that. But
yeah, those were early numbers this morning. I mean, CenterPoint Energy's been working around the clock. We talked to guys this morning. We talked to people that work for the city and the county, and there's just a lot of people all kind of working together. You got to get that power restored.
Yeah.
And then, all the cleanup and all the other efforts. But boy, that power is just so important.
Right. And CenterPoint is on site there. They're trying to get everything back to as normal as possible. Classes are canceled in Pasadena ISD, Deer Park. The National Weather Service did confirm this tornado that touched down just before 3 p.m., then headed for Baytown, prompted the first tornado emergency warning ever issued in this Houston area. So again, a lot of that storm damage focused in Pasadena, trees blown down, vehicles, buildings, all damage. One non-life-threatening injury was reported. So I think that is the major silver lining of this whole thing. So now we're just worried about getting people shelter, getting people what they need. The Red Cross is opened a shelter for people affected by the weather. It opened last night. It's at Baker Ripley on Fairmount Parkway near Alan Genoa Road in Pasadena. And that is just one of the many people trying to help in this situation.
As we get information about, because you're all awesome, thank you. You listen to this show, but I know how great you all are, and so many people want to help. Rod, you almost have like that guilt that I'm sitting here, my house, family's good, roof, no water damage. I want to help, and just let them kind of assess what's going on. There's going to be opportunities. I really do believe that. I mean, soon we'll turn this thing around quickly, but there's going to be some opportunities to where can we. I think they really got to sort things out. And a lot of it is this power, getting power restored.
And in the meantime, don't be in such a hurry that you're going to get ripped off by a contractor that's like a bad contractor that is like promising you they can fix the damage right away in no time flat. Make sure you're vetting everyone. Avoid that. So
there's going to be a lot of people riding around with trucks saying, hey, man, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and
ask to see their insurance information. Do not sign anything. That's a blank contract. So don't give big upfront payments to anyone. Things like that you can avoid being scammed.
You need a kick right in the wiener.
I agree.
If you take advantage of people at a time of need, those crooked contractors, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
Yeah. Hey, if you have some time, get to the food blog page today. If you're one of those people who says there's no beer you won't try, Alex, Hormel Foods is upping the ante. They've partnered with a brewing company to create Hormel Chili Cheese Brew. Yes, it's a chili cheese spice beer. It says it pairs well with recliners, gaming, and late night snack attacks. So,
this tastes like I should be in a recliner.
What? So it's available. We have the link while supplies last, of course. Now, we don't know how much they made. They could have made, 10 packs of this stuff. We don't know. But they made it with savory spices and hints of cheddar cheese powder. Yum.
Okay. Well, no, don't. I mean, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but
it is.
Cheddar cheese powder, I have a huge thing of it because I've got the popcorn machine.
Right.
So it's like, boom, I get a huge thing of that from Amazon.
This might partner well with popcorn. We don't know. They say it's going to ship in time for the Super Bowl. So if you want to, bring a party pack to your Super Bowl party, there you go.
Might mix my own.
Something new.
Put some of that cheddar cheese powder in my Yingling.
All right. The more I think about this next entertainment story, the more I'm kind of ticked off. The Madonna biopic with Julia Garner is no longer happening. It has been scrapped. No official word on why. You do have Madonna announcing her world tour, but the actresses, according to the Hollywood Reporter, the actresses that were auditioning, they were put through grueling auditions. Madonna was like, well, maybe her. Let's see how she sings. They were working with her choreographer. And then Julia Garner, who has had good success in Ozark, we said, okay, perfect. They've got the girl who has the chops.
She's the blonde-haired girl
do it.
from Ozark.
Ruth.
Yes.
Right. And then, she's maybe turning down other roles.
That was my thought. Did she turn anything down thinking that, the promise from Madonna herself that you're going to be my gal moving forward? Okay, maybe she put some other things on hold to do this, and then for whatever reason. But it's Madonna's... It's her vehicle. So she put a stop to it.
Every script that she would turn in, according to this article I read by the Hollywood Reporter, was at least 3 hours long. It was so full of incident that producers were unsure whether it should be a TV show or they could split it into parts like a Harry Potter film.
So there's good and bad with having the subject there. The accuracy, you've got Madonna on set, great. And Madonna will share. But then you also have Madonna on set. And you also have to deal with her.
She's berserk.
You know,
she is berserk. She is a diva. And all the money they spent developing the project and for it just to say, this is how much you're going to make. Okay, actually,
I can
no.
sense you're upset.
I am so pissed.
Because Madonna, we all agree she's big enough to have a movie in theaters. We all agree. And then when we saw that the chick from Ozark was going to do it, this was going to be great, right? It's not happening.
You know, here is something that makes me feel a little nicer. Chris Stapleton will perform the national anthem at the Super Bowl. His music is velvet to my skin, to my ears, everything. I love it. The game starts at 5:30 on Fox, so tune in a little earlier than that so you don't miss it.
You might be given Eastern time.
No,
here.
I'm not. 6:30 is the Eastern time, so
Okay.
that's 5:30.
5:30,
right? Okay.
good.
I got that wrong yesterday.
No, but he's perfect. I mean, Chris Stapleton, he could do something like a Whitney Houston with this national anthem.
Yeah. I think I just want to see him hit like these notes, these higher notes. He can reach those octaves. Hey, there might be some breaking news. According to Loudwire, Foo Fighters are going to fill in for Pantera on those shows they got axed from in Germany.
Oh, really?
So that's according to Loudwire's Twitter. So we'll get it over to the music blog page, as is all of this. Also, an alternative income that starts at 9:10. Listen for the keyword, enter it at thebuzz.com. Those are Houston's headlines.
Go ahead, Alex.
The Rockets are back in action tonight. They're going to host the Washington Wizards at the Toyota Center. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. You can listen to that one on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. In college basketball, the third-ranked U of H Cougars play Central Florida on the road tonight. Cougs are trying to bounce back from that loss to Temple over the weekend. That game's going to start at 6 o'clock, and you can watch it on ESPN+. And then check out the sports blog page today. Jam-packed. You want to see the hockey player pulling out a tooth? That's there. You want to see the tennis player that almost decapitated a ball boy at the Australian Open? That's there. You want to learn about a stray cat that was found at the Chiefs Stadium?
Yes, Sandy Reed. Do.
Sandy Reed.
Sandy Reed.
I keep telling Tessa she needs to get Dakota Prescott.
Prescott. Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, they found
it.
They found a stray at Arrowhead Stadium, and they named him Sandy Reed. Sandy Reed.
Sandy Reed. And then also
cute.
Bill O'Brien returning to the NFL as the offensive coordinator of the Patriots again. So his time with Alabama is done. Now he's back in the NFL.
Ugh.
Texans fans got to love that. Go check out the sports blog page today. It's pretty lit.
Do we play them next year?
I don't know. I got to look.
I mean, I don't think he's welcome in Texas. Yo, what's up? It's your brother Rod. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's talk about these Rockets. So excited. Their first ever WWE night is this Thursday, tomorrow. You can still get tickets to the game against the Cavaliers. You'll get 2 beverages, 2 tickets starting at just $29. And the first 3,000 fans will receive an Undertaker bobblehead. There will also be exclusive Undertaker Rockets merchandise that'll be available for purchase for everybody in attendance. So you got to be in the house tomorrow night. Secure your tickets today at rockets.com.
There are big delays in the Conroe area, Montgomery County, Conroe Porter Road, and Conroe Porter Road, both north and southbound between Grand Parkway and Gene Campbell Road. There is a fatal accident reported, DPS investigating there. An accident is blocking a right lane and a right shoulder on 290 going eastbound at Senate, and a connector is partially blocked by a stalled vehicle on 288 northbound at the South Loop. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
Hey, 94.5 The Buzz. Nirvana, come as you are. Rod Ryan Show on a Wild Card Wednesday. I appreciate everybody sending us photographs and videos and some things that they were experiencing yesterday. I don't want to ever come across this morning or moving forward to sound insensitive as to what's happening in Pasadena, Deer Park. And as we heard from Centerpoint Energy this morning on this show, he's like, dude, there's power out everywhere. There's all kinds of branches down and things. So I know there's a lot of people dealing with a lot of things. So the show was a little different today. It has been a little different today. And we've been able to talk about a few other things, but mostly it's been local. And I said in the beginning, while we are here, while we are live on the radio, we are local, then let's take advantage of it. And a lot of you called in. There's a lot of people doing great work out there. There's a lot of people pitching in, rolling up their sleeves and helping out. Animal shelters need help. There are places to go. If you need some help, like the Memorial Baptist Church in Pasadena, they are acting as a shelter. So I feel like we've given out some pretty good information. Chili has some stuff up on Links and Guests as well today as information has been rolling in. A lot of you want to help. A lot of you want to get involved. And where can I donate? Where can I do this? I think that stuff's going to come very soon. I do. I think it's going to come very soon. It's just let's sort out what we went through yesterday first. So I think tomorrow we're going to kind of know a little bit more, okay, if you want to help out. 10% chance of rain today and tonight. We're going to have low chances of rain from now until the weekend. So that is some good news as far as like the cleanup efforts that are going to be happening in and around the Houston area. Mostly cloudy today and high of around 55. Moving forward, I saw this and it reminded me to just give a shout out. We are doing Mile of Meat this year.
Yeah, we are.
20 single dudes on the roadside. You know how we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who are those 20 single dudes going to be? We don't know. We haven't picked them yet. We haven't even picked one yet. But the application is up right now on the world famous Rod Ryan Show page at thebuzz.com. I was reminded of this because this was sent to me this morning from dating.com. They smell blood in the water. They're kind of the overlords of about 40 different online dating sites, dating.com. 61% of people will be single by choice on Valentine's Day. Like all things, everyone's taking ownership. There's no more boo-hoo about me. It's like, you know what? I'm going to take Valentine's Day. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to go out with my gal pals, and we're going to turn it up. We're going to get turned. You know?
Wig out.
Yeah. Oh, we're wearing wigs. You girls are hilarious.
That's your best impression. It's your best one. Hilarious.
So people are done with the pressure of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm done.
And they're just saying, hey,
give me stuff.
I'm going to go out and just have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and celebrate rather than stress out about your relationship status. That's okay. Take ownership of it. And we're ahead of our time, okay? Nobody has more fun on Valentine's Day than us.
True.
That's a fact.
It's these fun, goofy, blind dates, 20 in one night, in one area. And then people that want to sit on the sidelines, and I never bust balls on this. I get it. Not everybody is bold enough to be on the side of the road. Not everybody's bold enough to call in and do this, but you still want to see it, and that's fine. So a lot of singles just come to this thing and hang out with us. A lot of people coupled off. Hey, that seems like a pretty fun thing to do. Let's go.
Yeah. Remember when we hadn't met each other or our first date?
People want to watch the show.
They do.
So,
Some
okay.
people are vultures. They want to swoop in.
So I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. And it's well documented. People have gotten married. People have gotten... Val and Tim. Are they not married? They're just like famously together for 10 years?
We haven't seen them for 2 years.
I think they did get engaged for sure.
They were engaged.
Val and Tim.
It's Valentine's Day.
Because they used to call it Valentine's Day. You're right. Anyone else, that would be annoying. But they're so cool.
But it's our annoying couple.
But it's our annoying couple, so I love them. And I love that for them. We need dudes. We are going to be at Cactus Cove on Valentine's evening. That's where the meetup is going to be. That's where the blind dates all happen. That's where you're all invited. But that's where the 20 dudes meet the 20 girls that call in to drive by and see them. people are asking, well, where are they going to be on the roadside? Let's just get our dudes first, okay?
Yes.
If you are applying, I'm just going to say this. You apply online, the world famous Rod Ryan Show page at thebuzz.com. Number one, you got to be single, okay?
That's a big one, yeah.
Everything.
Major key.
Every single thing has happened before doing this, including, hey, Rod, number 12 is still married to my friend. Why is he out
We will
there?
shame you.
Let me find
If
out
that
you're a
is the case.
scumbag.
Let me
will
tell you,
find out.
every single thing has happened in the, 15, 16 years we've done this. So you have to be single, okay? And make sure everybody knows you're single. Like the person that you used to be with, make
Like
sure
they
that
also
it's,
are aware,
make sure it's very understood that you're single.
That's
You,
fair.
and then you have to be 21 years of age or older. That's
Right.
it, to be on the
No
roadside.
business.
All sizes, all colors, all backgrounds, everything. Beards, no beards, bellies, no ripped abs. I don't care. We're going to get a little bit of everything out there, okay? And I want 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's line this up and let's get a beautiful selection of meat on the roadside. We haven't picked anybody yet. Where we are at right now is going through the application process. And guys, do it. Do us a favor. Leave one question blank, and you're not even considered.
I love it.
Okay?
I love how strict we are about it.
Do me a favor and don't fill in the part that says, why should we choose you? Do me a favor and say, because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw it away.
That's all
right
you
in
can-
the trash.
that's
your
all you
awesome
can come
self
up with?
will go.
All right, make plans to join us at Cactus Cove on the 11th, February 14th. Guys, if you want to apply online right now, chance at $1,000 alternative income. Good luck.
Hey, it's your girl Tessa talking about my family at Classic Chevy Sugarland and Classic Chevy Highway 6. If you need to get into a new ride, get into a new custom Silverado, you can do that. $599 down and $599 a month with approved credit. There are also great lease options at Classic Chevy, the GM Dealer of the Year for now 12 years in a row. More inventory than anyone else. Ask for owners Jeff or Tiffany Sebastian. They are on site ready to put you in your dream ride, ready for you to relax and enjoy the difference at Classic Chevy Sugarland and Classic Chevy Highway 6. When you go, tell them Tessa from The Buzz sent you. A disabled vehicle is blocking a left lane, I-45 northbound, approaching the Hardy Toll Road. Their stop and go from FM 2920. An accident on the west side is blocking 2 left lanes on I-10 eastbound at Silver. Stop and go from Blaylock and Conroe Porter Road north and southbound have closed due to a fatal accident. DPS doing their investigation there. So big delays in the Montgomery area. That is your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Welcome back. Rod Ryan Show on this Wednesday. Okay, Alex. I've been trying to get out in the halls and like after the show because we got Rob who works here.
Yeah.
He calls him Al every now and then.
Oh, hey, Al.
You texted me on Saturday.
I did.
Like, good luck to your Giants, Al.
Yeah, maybe that was the reason they lost.
Maybe.
I know how you work. Rod, if you would have at least typed up my full name, we might have had a chance.
I appreciated it. I was in a weird headspace. And I was like, thanks, man.
All right, Al, what you got?
Matt emailed this one in to me today, and he said he knows that I like weird ones because it upsets you. This one's definitely going to upset you.
Really?
Ew, what is that?
You just want to go out of your way to...
Well, this is the listeners. You know, you can hijack this segment if you'd like. Alex@thebuzz.com. Send me all your weird websites.
Okay.
This is called Beards from Below. And I'm assuming Matt's a beard guy because he says nobody really pays attention to all the upkeep that you got to put underneath the beard. I mean, you always see it from just the side, right? Or from the front.
Oh, geez.
But this is just pictures of people's beards.
You know what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Hair bear.
Beard below.
No, it's not that.
Below the belt.
It's not that.
Yeah.
No, they're just pictures from below the beard.
It's a really cool
so you
website,
see what the bottom
restricted.
of a beard looks like.
Right.
And that's literally all it is. It's just people that submit.
This is an important part of the beard. A lot of y'all neglect it. That looks like that should be on a different website, Alex.
I mean, that guy put his glasses on it to make it look like his beard's a person.
So it's just
beard pictures from
beard
below.
from below, like a different angle.
Pretty great.
No.
Pretty great.
No.
I made you mad, so Matt,
Viewpoint.
successful, dude. Successful.
I'm not mad.
You're frustrated.
Disappointed.
You want to be mad.
It's worse.
You want to be mad at it. But go check it out. Kill some time today. Look at some beards from below. World famous Rod Ryan show page at thebuzz.com.
Yeah, a couple more of those and we might kill the bit. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Well, you know Papa Roach is coming to town. You can get tickets online by logging on to thebuzz.com. Go to the concert calendar. Boom. All the great shows are listed there. And a lot of stuff. Dave Matthews, I put this on the blog page. I sent it this morning. Chili, on that Dave Matthews band announcement, was there a Houston date on there? Did you notice? Yeah? Okay. So I guess you can log on. If you go to the
I got the, let me look it up for you right now. But
No, I don't need it. As long as it's on the music blog page, because I go, Dave announced, I go, if there's a Houston date, just include information for people.
It's at the Woodlands. I know that for sure.
For sure.
At
And
the
it's
Woodlands.
in the summer. I mean,
May
Dave,
19th.
Yeah, it's Dave. It's, it's spring, it's summer, it's
sandals,
stinky bare feet, patchouli oil. So that's on the music blog page. And there's just a ton of shows that we don't, always get a chance to talk about. But we always provide links for this stuff locally. So music blog page is packed today. It really is. It is packed. National Irish Coffee Day. I've made you guys Irish coffees before.
I love them.
It's
Rally coffees.
It's
That was when the Texans blew that lead to the Chiefs.
I don't remember specifically, but I know when I made the coffees, I said, I'm going to make you guys a rally coffee, and then we lost. So whatever happened after the coffee, you can blame that on me. But the coffee recipe, the Irish coffee recipe that I used, and I had them in the authentic Buena Vista bar glasses that I have at my house. The Buena Vista is a bar that early 1900s in San Francisco, they've been serving this Irish coffee there. They serve about 2,000 Irish coffees a day out of this bar, okay? There's a guy behind the bar that's all he does is just makes them one after another
you showed me that.
the whole time. It's awesome. I have a video on the food blog page today.
Great video.
So it's National Irish Coffee Day. I think one of the national morning shows, Good Morning America, whatever, they were going there today to show how these guys make them. Can you imagine one drink, 2,000 a day on average? I had 6 one day. And this is before I was a coffee drinker. I always thought, I always liked the flavor of coffee in things, but the whipped cream and the sugar cubes and everything. So if you'd like to see how these are made, and if you ever go to San Francisco, you must have spent some time in San Francisco.
I did.
Have you ever heard of the Buena Vista?
I hadn't, and I was I'm touristy when I go to San Francisco. I think that's the best part.
And this is a
about
touristy,
it.
this is a place
but
to
I've
hit.
never been.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine said, oh my God, that's where they invented the Irish coffee, which is not my go-to drink.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
But when you go there, you're like, oh, okay, being a tourist, and you watch, it's so entertaining to watch the guy make them.
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, so happy National Irish Coffee Day.
Thank you.
I feel like we had a real, in every sense of the word, the Crazy Criminal blog page. Was it the guy that pooped inside of a restaurant?
Joe's Crab Shack.
Joe's Crab Shack. Not only did he rob...
Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, thank you. Not only did he rob the place, but, he cut a turd on the carpet before he left. This woman, now that was in Florida, and that seemed very Florida, right? This seems Florida, but it's in Winnipeg, Canada. Sorry.
The Florida of Canada.
Sorry, not sorry. She's 31 years old. Listen to this. Sets off a firework inside of a restaurant. There's the diversion. What was she diverting? She stole a pizza.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Listen to me. I'm not done. She lights a firework, diversion, grabs a pizza, runs outside, hails a taxi, gets it. She's acting belligerent. The driver's like, I'm not doing this. Does not know about why she's in there and what happened beforehand. Okay? He gets out of the car and opens the door and says, get out of my cab. She pushes him. She jumps in the driver's seat, takes off. He's hanging on, now being dragged down the street
by his own taxi.
By his cab. So he gets dragged about 30 feet. Cops pursue the taxi, arrest her. She says, I'm sorry. The only way they got her is she crashed into a snowbank. There's where the Canada comes in.
Would have been better if it was a moose.
No one was hurt. Or a beaver dam.
No.
No one was hurt at the restaurant. The cab driver is hospitalized. But This is what's on the Crazy Criminal blog page today. It's a chick in Canada.
That qualifies.
Now
That
this-
is crazy Canada criminal.
If it wasn't for that snowbank, this seems like the perfect crime.
Yeah, right.
But that damn pesky snowbank got in the way.
Just tell them. If
Anywhere
you're like,
else?
hey, I'm going to set off fireworks if I don't get a pizza, I'm pretty sure they just give you a pizza.
I don't know what fireworks she had.
Like, were they
I don't know, but
snaps?
was it
was it a chaser?
Roman candle? .94.5 The Buzz, Lincoln Park, in the end. Rod Ryan Show, Wild Card Wednesday. Legs for days. Only a 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy. Highs today of about 55. This guy's asking me if I remember his email from last year. I do. And I'm not just saying that. I
know you're not.
Tell me if you remember this guy. He emailed last year, and he was the first one to ask about the mile of meat. And I said, dude, if we do it, you're in. Anyone that's going to email me on January 2nd,
I do remember
dude, you're doing the mile of meat this year. I'm like, okay, this guy needs it. This guy needs it. So I remember Brian emailing. Rod, remember I emailed you last year, January 2nd? I was technically the one and only guy in the mile of meat 2022, although it never actually happened. But I was in. I felt like I was in. I wanted to give you an update. If you remember, and I don't remember this. I do remember this. He called on Open Phones Friday a few months afterwards, and he said he was dating someone. He said, just wanted to let you know we're going on 8 months together and counting. Everything happens for a reason. Good luck to all the potentials this year in the Mile of Meat. I'll let you know when I put a ring on it. Keep rocking, Brian. What?
See, he started the year, though, optimistic, open mind, attacking.
Last year.
Right.
Yeah, last year. And I said, and normally, like the guy that is so amped to get into the Mile of Meat, whoever asks about
Fast
it first,
track.
I usually let him in.
Yeah.
Nobody did that this year. Maybe you didn't think we were going to do it because we haven't done it in such a long time.
Good point.
We are doing the Mile of Meat this year. And right now we are in the process of having you, and this is just all chicks, don't have to do anything yet. Dudes are applying right now to be a part of the actual Mile of Meat, meaning the 20 guys that are standing on the roadside on Valentine morning. We didn't do it last year because it was Monday and it was the day after the Super Bowl.
Right.
So not much better. It's Tuesday, 2 days after the
That's
Super Bowl.
plenty of time to recover.
But I still want to do it, though. I want to do it. I just want to have some fun. So right now, all you have to do is apply. Gentlemen, I already talked about this. You got to be single, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I don't care.
70s,
70s.
80s.
Come on. Everything. Everybody apply. Where do you apply? Links and guests on the world-famous Rod Ryan Show page at thebuzz.com. What are you giving away on Know the Show?
I have a pair of tickets to see Pantera and Lamb of God at the Woodlands Pavilion August 17th. Tickets to the show go on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
Okay. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back and give away those tickets. All right, let's go, Rockets. Let's keep that momentum rolling right now. Rockets are hosting their first ever WWE night on Thursday. Timing couldn't be better. You can get a ticket to the game against the Cavaliers and 2 beverages starting at like $29. The first 3,000 fans are also going to receive an Undertaker bobblehead. Yeah, it's WWE night. First time ever this Thursday. So exclusive Undertaker Rocket merchandise will also be available tomorrow for those in attendance. So secure your tickets today. Get after it at rockets.com.
Just a reminder that many signal lights are still out in the Pasadena area. Preston at Yellowstone, Burke at Sherrybrook, Burke at Harris, at Jenkins, Red Bluff at Harris, Red Bluff at Preston, Spencer at Burke, Belt at Pine, Spencer at Waters, Fairmount is Burke. You always want to treat that as a four-way stop. There's also some road closures in the downtown Pasadena area. Spencer Highway from Space Center Boulevard to Lilac Street, guys. Lots of happenings there right now. Cleanup, Red Cross Emergency Shelter. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.5 The Buzz. Good morning. Rod Ryan Show. Wildcard Wednesday. Time for Know the Show. What you giving away?
I have a pair of tickets to Pantera and Lamb of God.
Pantera tickets. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Win them before they go on sale. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice ring to it. We like doing that here. What's your question?
Well, there's options to tip a lot of people these days. Lots of them. But in the year of 2023, this show collectively decided who we are not tipping. Who are we not tipping in 2023? It's a no from us. Tell us, and I will give you the tickets.
Sorry, those of you in the service industry that are listening, but I refuse. I refuse to tip. 713-212-5945. All right, 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy. 55 will be the high today. No rain until this weekend. Pantera tickets. Let's give them away. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, who's this?
This is Josh.
Hi, Josh. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, thank you. Let's see if we can get some of these Pantera tickets before they go on sale. Tessa, your question?
Hey, Josh, tell me, in the year of 2023, who are we not tipping?
Robots?
Yeah,
I'm out on that.
I am not tipping a robot waiter or a robot bartender.
A bot.
Somebody sent me a link to robot strippers. I'm like, I mean, I'd go for the curiosity factor, you know, like everybody likes to look at a car crash.
To go to robot school.
They weren't even hot. Congratulations, Josh. You win. What are you giving them?
You get the tickets to see Pantera at Woodlands Pavilion, Lamb of God, August 17th. Congrats.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, bro. Hang on the phone for me. Thank you.
Why are you going out?
Well, because I was going to hijack your Know the Show question, and I was gonna ask what made Tessa like noticeably upset.
Triggered.
And then I thought well, people would call in. It's like, dude, she sounds upset every
Like
day.
everything.
So I figured that the question wouldn't
Literally.
be maybe the question wouldn't be obvious enough. But yeah, Tessa, like,
I'm hurt.
Noticeably upset at the news that the Madonna movie, the biopic, is now put on hold.
I just know how many people were scrambling and jumping when she said how high, and all the, the actresses trying to get that gig, and then Ruth from Ozark, what's her name? Julia?
I don't know. Ruth from Ozark. But she was like, we all thought it was perfect casting. We were rooting for her.
Yes.
Then when it was announced that she was going to get the job, we're like, wow, we called that. She's perfect. We all agreed that Madonna was big enough for a movie.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It was weird that we were all on the same page with this. And then Madonna is on the set to make sure everything's accurate. But I felt good about that because she's so sharing of everything. So she wasn't going to hold back. Something similar happened years ago, and it's still never been sorted out. And this will give you an idea how long ago it was. There were 2 or 3 Janis Joplin projects talked about at the same time.
That would be good.
And it was so long ago that, and it's not a slam on her, it's just she's older now, but Melissa Etheridge was being talked about when she was younger to play it. And that was going to be perfect, right?
That would
and
be
then
awesome.
Renee Zellweger from Katy, Texas, she was talked about. There were like 2 and 3 projects all at the same time, like us having like 10 Martin Luther King Jr. parades. They couldn't get on the same page. And it never happened. There still, and I think Janis Joplin, who I don't enjoy the sound of her voice.
I love her.
I know you do. And I get it from Texas and all of that. I just can't, I'm not down with her. I think she's big enough for a movie though.
Absolutely.
And Melissa Etheridge, that train is gone. She's just too old to play her now. And I thought she was perfect. Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there that would be great. But,
there has to be.
But it's not the first time that we've been in this situation before.
Well,
Madonna World Tour.
That stinks.
The best Abby that we've ever seen has lost. Abby is no longer a part of the Fresh Out of Bed head-to-head. Brian is in. He was a fresh fish, so he's going to go for win number 2 tomorrow. He said he's been listening since, I think, 2007. Thank you to everyone that picked up the phone and called, that emailed, that sent in pictures. You know, today was a weird day as far as I didn't know how to handle it, and I thought you guys handled it brilliantly with all of your phone calls and everything that was going on with those related to those storms yesterday. So a lot of people want to help. They want to know where they can go to help, where they can donate, what they can do. I think we're going to have some of that stuff soon. I really do. You got to let them sort things out right now. Okay. Shout out to humans that still make drinks. I agree. Today's opposite day. Okay. Irish coffee day. All right. Nonstop nooner with Jeremy. That's what matters. Jeremy's up next. He's got another shot at alternative income coming your way at 10:10. He's got pick your tickets in the 1 o'clock hour at Rod Ryan Show, all socials if you want to see what's going on with us. Tomorrow is Thickstagram Thursday. Tomorrow is TBT. Who's playing?
Me and Chile.
You won?
I did.
Chile and Tessa tomorrow. Read my lips at 8:20. It's also Throwback Thursday. Oh, I got to write that down. I got a few suggestions.
Ooh.
I have a few suggestions for
Madonna?
for a few songs. Nah,
No
not really
Madge?
in our wheelhouse, but I mean, we are going out with her. That's it, guys. Have a great day, everybody. AMF.